What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus Washington, and you're on the mark where we talk Falcons football. And we fall to the Kansas City Chiefs, 22-17. Man, this game was here for the taking the entire night. We looked good in the first half. McCary goes down. I'm not really feeling any types of way about that because y'all know how I feel about Caleb. You know, wish him the best. I hope he's not like hurt, but Storm Norton came in. I had no problem with that. Nate Landman going out, I had a big issue with because the next 3 plays were all negative. And that's the center position. So when you're looking at who touches the ball the most, the center and the quarterback touch the ball the same amount of time, no matter what the situation is. On top of them being aware of protections and et cetera, et cetera. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. But some of this play calling, man. I said it last week. I said it last week when we lost, bro. Zach Robinson got to tighten up. It's clear that the outside run was not working. Spags was not letting you have that. Yet you kept bumping your head against the fucking wall instead of just running Tyler Algier down the middle. There were a couple of, bro, I'm still kind of shaking my head on the last drive. Cause I'm like, what are we doing here? Offensively, we're a mess. The talent is there. It's clear as day the talent is there. The play calling and the offense as a whole is a fucking mess right now. And it's like they're learning that, hey, some players actually have talent. Hi, Drake London. Nice to see you. Oh, Kyle Pitts breaks out for a 50-yarder. Nice to see you. And then we completely ignore him for another quarter. So there were a lot of plays to Darnell Mooney where guys are not blocking. This offense is a fucking mess, bro. And this game was there for the taking. Man, listen, we talked about the schedule when it came out. I said that Kansas City could be had in the first couple of games. Look at how they've won these games, fam. They could easily be 0-3 right now. Easily. And then we have an opportunity to win it at the end. Well, the second to last drive. There is a ref sitting right there. He's sitting right there. He allows the guy to tackle Kyle Pitts and doesn't call shit. But I'm sitting there like, yeah, okay, I know what time it is. All right, let's go ahead and take 3. And then our coach, analytics is going to get you killed in this game. Going to get you killed in this game, bro. Raheem decides to fucking go. Bro, you're down 5. Take the 3. You got 3 timeouts at this point. Take the 3, play solid defense. Nah, he says, nah, we're going to go for it. And don't get shit. And I'm like, my guy, just because the Eagles got away with this shit today, that don't mean you're going to get away with it. You should have learned from the Eagles' mistakes when we beat them last week. Nah, you know what? We're going to go ahead and go for the touchdown. That isn't even the bad part. The bad part was Raheem Morris was calling fucking timeouts on our last drive. I'm like, what the fuck are you calling timeout for? Then we got, I think it was a 3rd and 1. Dude, Raheem Morris called a timeout. And Andy Reid called a timeout at the same time. I'm looking at my coach now. And I'm like, my guy, let me rap to you. Why are you calling timeout? Why are you calling timeout, bro? And that one timeout ended up killing us. But I'm at a point now, man. This offense is killing us. And it shouldn't. We've had 2 games, we've scored under 20 points. First game, we scored 10. Dude, the talent is there. It's clear. Even in a loss, you can sit there and look at this offense. Bro, the talent is there. How come we're not fucking getting into the end zone? Bro, this has to get unfucked immediately. There's no way you got this talent out here. Bro, listen. First game, okay, quagmire. The Steelers are 3-0 now. Okay, let's knock off some of the rust. You come back the next week, pull off an upset, and let's be honest, game we should have lost. But the Eagles pulled a Raheem. And we made them pay for it. Then we played the Chiefs. We only put up 17. Why is this team under 3 touchdowns a game? Zach, I'm looking directly at you, bro. I'm looking directly at you. Some of this play calling, I'm like, what? That 4th down play call, I'm like, what are y'all doing? And the minute it gets snuffed out, I'm like, man, we're the 3rd team to let this team off the hook. Ravens let them off the hook week 1. Cincy let them off the hook week 2. We let them off the hook week 3. And there's some talent. Now, let me get to this defense. We got to do something about this 3rd down situation, too. We can't seem to get off fucking field on 3rd down when it matters. Now, Simmons got an early pick. We looked good in the first quarter. We looked good in the second until Nate went down. But I'm not completely mad about this game. Zach this is my 2nd week in a row saying this. Zach needs to tighten the fuck up on the offensive play calling. And Raheem, listen, my guy, you got one more time to call fucking timeout in that situation. You tried to call 2. And I'm like, do you got money on the game? Bro, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've seen a head coach in a while call a timeout in that situation. Think about how it doesn't make sense. We're already in the red zone. We're on their side of the field. We're driving to score. If they burn their timeouts, that means you don't have to. And you were trying to call time. You successfully called 1. And then you tried to double down on the motherfucker. Bro, listen. Good game, Kansas City. I guess the solace is we didn't get our heads goddamn beat in. This was a game we should have had this game, man. Just mistake after mistake after mistake. And then the penalties. You don't give us the pass interference in the end zone, which would have pretty much put us on the 2. That's a gimme touchdown. That's 4 down territory right there. But you're going to give us the pass interference. That wasn't a pass interference. I'm just, man. Yeah, my issue, y'all know me. Y'all, for people that have been on my channel for a while, been rocking with me for a while, I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what I always talk offense. Always. Fam, this isn't all. The reason we're losing these games is because of the offense. But Raheem gonna have to answer the question, why were you calling fucking timeouts in that situation? Bro, you had Andy Reid over there arguing with the refs. Hey, he called the motherfucking timeout too. Bro, that's some dumbass coaching right there. And then you go for it when you got 3 there. You got 3 there. You got it there. My logic in that situation would have been this. Kyle Pitts was interfered with. There's a line judge that sat right there and did not call it at all. I'm going to go ahead and take the points. I'm not even going to try to gamble in a situation like this. But analytics getting teams blown out the building these days. Take the points. Now, if their argument is going to be starters haven't had enough, we're just getting revved up. Bro, y'all got one more game. The talent is there. I'm sitting here watching this game. I'm like, bro, if Rondale Moore was not hurt, oh my goodness, they would be flying across this field. Because you see it in Ray. You see it in Darnell Mooney. They're finally using Drake London how they're supposed to use him. Bijan was a little stunted today, but, you know, they made sure to cut that faucet off. But anyway, let me get to the chat, man. I rambled for 16 minutes or 15. Let me get to the chat and let me start all the way up at the top. Appreciate everybody, man, for hopping on here. Short bus says, why would you run parallel to the line? Quick pass to Pitts, touchdown, easy peasy. Yeah, man. What's going on, Martavius? RG Falcon says, dumb play call from the OC. Gerard says, who's doing the play calling is what I'm asking. GTO says play calling. Okay. Matty already calling for Zach Robinson to get up out the paint. He's saying fire Zach Robinson. What's going on, Mitch? What's happening? Johnny says poor play calling. RJ says Raheem and his staff need to be better. They need to be better ASAP. This was a winnable game. This isn't if you watch the earlier game with Baltimore and in Dallas, that game was over with. Now Dallas did make a play there at the end to try to shake some things up, make some things shake. But that game was pretty much over. This game was open to us the entire game. But I'm dude, I'm telling you, Zach Robinson has to tighten the fuck up. And if I'm Raheem, how much rope do you give him? Are you willing to gamble the entire season? Dude, Dude, we're not averaging 21 points with this fucking offense. My God, listen, man, fuck this. I just watched not Kansas City, the Panthers. The Panthers changed quarterbacks and threw up 36 points. Bro, I'm sorry. From an offensive minded guy, man, this is not hard. This is not hard. And I'm like, 3rd and inches, just play power. 4th and inches, just play power football. Man, the fuck, man. Clayton says dumbest play call on 4th and 2. Ryan running to the side. That the line's hurting that. Yeah, man. Justin says not taking the 3 points at the end hurt us. Definitely. What's going on? He said Tecmo Bowl play calling. Yes, sir. Greg says, what's up, Marcus? Didn't understand that last play. Damn, we had him. And y'all remember the last time we played him, it was similar to this with less fucking talent. So if the argument is this offense is gelling, it better not take all season. This better not be the whole season. And I'm at my wit's end as to how they're using Kyle Pitts. The man breaks for 50, and I'm like, oh boy, your boy Kyle about to go off this game. Barely nothing else after that. Now let me say something to a young tight end like Kyle Pitts. There have been people that have called him lazy. There are people that have said that he doesn't run his routes fully. But think about it this way. Y'all drafted me at 4. Bruh, I'm not even fucking being used. I'm not even being used as a weapon. And the Eagles got the memo about Dallas Goedert. Boy went off today. And I'm watching that game and I'm like, if only we use Kyle Pitts like that. If only. Offense lost this game. Defense was getting torched. But at the end, there was a field goal waiting for Kansas City. At the end, that's what was waiting for them. Now they got a late one in with Juju. But fam, 10 points, 22 points, and 17 points. I don't give a fuck how good your defense is. You're losing. You're losing. Matter of fact, let me do something. Let me do something here. Let me go back. So was this last year? Nah, that can't be right. Let me pull this up real quick, man. Okay. That can't be right either. Anyway, I'll make my point in a minute. Showtime says, how the fuck y'all here talking about Pitts? It's no way. Pitts is not being used, fam. Keona says, put the press conference on if we got one. All right, let me see if they got one going on right now. To be honest, this isn't a loss. It's just it was there for the taking, man. It was there for the taking. But somebody better question Raheem Morris about these fucking timeouts this man was trying to take. I'm sitting here watching him. I'm like, bro, do you have money on this game? What's going on, fam? The Birdcage LLC. Ryan, what's happening? He says, hell, you could have ran a QB sneak. This is why the Falcons are never taken serious as a team, because of plays like this. Well, back to the drawing board. Onto the Aints next week. Yeah. And all these games have been close. Now, on the flip side, you see what close games get you. We're 1-2. The Chiefs are 3-0. All their games were close too. They got bailed out of one. And they got bailed out of this game. But I'm like, bruh, the outside isn't working. It's clear it's not working. It's clear. They prepared for that. Okay, cool. Tyler healthy. Bring Tyler in. Let's run north and south. And then start operating off the play action. It's not hard to call plays for a team like this. What does Zach Robinson do? Keep running the outside. But you know the funny thing about it? When he went away from the outside, we were gaining yards. I'm telling you, this team is becoming the peanut butter without the jelly. You got this, but then you got something else that it ain't gelling. Right now, our offensive coordinator ain't gelling with the fucking offense. And I get it. Bijan is a toy. You want to play with the toy. But what happens when the defense takes your toy away from them? You go get the Tonka trunk. Okay, y'all taking care of the outside. We're running it down your throat now. Get a couple of plays to break. Play action time. I'm trying not to go in hard on Zach because this is his first stop. And you got to give guys grace sometimes. You got one more game. To me, you got that's 4. You got one more. You better put up more than 21 points. 2 games and we in the teens? Now that field goal, I'm gonna put on our coach. I don't know what he's smoking. But the logic, first off, I ain't really see him lose his mind off that pass interference. But at that point, I got it. Hey, listen, we're down 5. Let's go ahead and take the 3. That puts us down 2. We need a field goal to win it. All right, defense. I don't understand that. But him and Nick Sirianni seemed like they had the same brain today. Because Nick Sirianni doubled down on the shit earlier today. They lucky they got up out of there with a win. And I ain't hating that because it was the Saints. So I'm definitely not hating that. But we're seeing a consistent pattern. We're able to drive the ball down the field. We get in the red zone, we can't come away with anything. And I mean, if I'm looking at the defense, my only argument with the defense is they're giving up too many third downs. But if you look at the points being put up, Ty's hold on, let me get to this comment. It disappeared on me. I'm gonna have to get back to that one. God damn it disappeared on me. But Perry says, bro, just fucking 3 points in the second half. Play calling is definitely our problem. We can't punch it in. Which to me should not even, with this talent, it shouldn't even be that hard. I'm keeping it a buck, fam. He's getting down there and he's short-circuiting. His playbook just malfunctions. And if I'm being honest, this might be a situation where he need to come out the box and get his ass down there on the field. Kansas City did not look great today. The Connect says it looked like he threw the Steelers game too. It's crazy. When this presser starts, if don't nobody ask him why he was calling timeouts in the fourth fucking quarter, I can't, my football mind can't really think of a time where a coach did this. And maybe it's happened. Maybe. I can't think of a time where it was advantageous to kill the clock or have the clock run because you got another guy on the other side of that offense that is a beast. You want to give him as little time as possible. Raheem said, no, we're going to spend these timeouts right here. Why? Mr. 12 says, Zach must make a mean cup of Yes. Yes. That boy makes a mean cup of Joe. But yeah, man, this is, again, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, you know, let's be real. A lot of people had this as a loss on the schedule anyway. This one don't really sting me as much as the Steelers game did. And now seeing the Steelers go up 3-0, But my God, we don't have an entire season to have this offense gel. I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying that at all. Zach, to me, got one more game. Some of these play calls are just flat ass stupid. Dude, he threw it to Darnell Mooney. There was one blocker that was a wide receiver, and you had 4 defenders over there. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the design play? He got to come out of that box, dog. I think that's probably what it is. He got to come out of the box. Red solid. Mr. 12 says this one stings because we blew it. It was there for the taking. It was. In an alternate universe, the ref made the PI cause. What Red said. Yeah, man. That one was blatant. And then they gave us. See, this is why, man. Listen. There are a lot of people that have a mutual respect for the refs. I don't. Because the refs interfere way too fucking much. They miscall. Dude, the goddamn ref was right there. How do you not see a guy not turn his head and tackle the receiver? But then they give us a pass interference call. Technically, that's light work. That usually doesn't get called. Now, if you're down, if you're 5 yards down the field, a defender isn't supposed to put their hands on you like that to impede your, impede your route. Okay, I get that. But look at where they called that. That's a no harm, no foul pass interference. Had we got the proper call, we're in the end zone. C Double says, look, Daddy Blank's offer a trip to Magic City and them lemon pepper wings. Yeah, so I mean, this game was there, man. We should have had it, we didn't. And it's this offense, man. This offense is not firing on all cylinders. They have sparks where you're like, that's it. But Dahlman going down, man, I was like, Caleb going down, not so much. Dahlman going down, I'm like, this is going to be a little rough. So, moving on, we have New Orleans next. We're both coming off losses at home. And what I'll say about it, listen, man. It's officially, hold on, let me take a look at what the rest of our schedule is looking like. So our next 3 games are division games. Bucks got their ass handed to them today. And the Panthers looked impressive. Now, what I will say about the Saints looked terrible today. Scored 12 at the house. They looked terrible. They didn't look like they looked the last 2 games where they were world beaters. But I told y'all, that was going to stop because they got Derek Carr. Now, both us need this win. We probably need it a lot more than the Saints do. But it's something going on with our offense, man. It's just not unlocked yet. Todd says, Mark, you're overreacting. Players did not execute for 3 games? Really? Okay. Eldrick says our defense is better than the Eagles too. Man, listen, shout out to who's that boy, Jordan Carter? That boy was eating today. And I'm like, we kept his ass in check the entire game Monday. That boy was eating today. Bulldog alum. Jay Lana says, yeah, you're overreacting big time because coaching cost us this game. Nah, I don't think I'm overreacting, fam, when you got an offense like this and you're putting up 17 at home. Now, did coaching get involved? Hell yeah. Definitely towards the end. But fam, this offense has been sputtering since week 1. Since week 1. You're not winning with 17 points. Well, let me say this. You're not going to win the majority of your games with 17 or 10. The play calling is awful. And I think this might be a situation for a first-time offensive coordinator. You probably need to bring him down on the field. A lot of offensive play callers do better on the sideline. But that's the thing. Zach got to be better. He got to be better next week. Jay Lana says, who cares how many points we're putting up? I don't care about that. I care about winning games. If we don't go for it on that fourth down, we win with the field goal by Koo at the end. Well, we're essentially talking about the same thing. If Koo kicks that field goal, that's putting up points. So you do have to care about the points. The whole objective of playing any type of sports is whoever has the most points at the end wins. So you do have to care about the points because that's the main objective, playing the game. But this team, and you see it. On certain drives, we get the ball, bam, we down at the 35 already. Off of like 4 plays. And then bang, stalled. Okay, hold on. We got the post game.
If I'm saying that right. It's a great atmosphere tonight. Our fan base was phenomenal. It was a great environment, and it was great to start fast. I was really proud of the way our defense held up in the second half and kept getting us the ball back, giving us opportunities. And, there's just plenty I can point to that wasn't good enough to win this game tonight, but still felt like it was right there for us to win, and when you don't do it, it leaves you with a pretty sickening feeling. So that's life in this league, and we got to build from it. And as we move forward now to the NFC South opponents here, we got to just figure out ways to be a better football team and be an ascending football team that plays complementary football off of each other. And certainly feel like we have the pieces we need to be successful, but there's obviously more out to go get to play better, to be able to win more consistently. Take any questions you have.
Yeah, Kurt, what was your vantage point on the 4th and 1, the sweep that ended the game for you all?
Yeah, just kind of reversed out and handed it off, and then from there didn't have too much of a vantage point. So there's not much I can offer you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last week I ended with a question on the third downs. On start this week, it's the same 2 and 9.
Yep.
Where y'all got to dig down in there to get some continuity, get the third downs going for you.
Yes. I think it's important that we stay in third and manageable, and I think we were in better third and manageable tonight than we were week 1. But we've got to do all the things you got to do on third down, which is to see it right, throw it right with accuracy, get the ball out, protect well, get open, all those things, and haven't been good enough. Got to be better moving forward.
I'm not sorry, I gave it to Mike. Sorry, but losing 2 linemen mid-game. How tough is that, and how the guys coming in for you, Ryan?
Yeah.
And,
I thought Storm did a very good job at right tackle. I thought Ryan did a phenomenal job at center. There's so many moving parts with the center as far as protection calls, pistol snaps, gun snaps, under center snaps. Handling cadence. I thought Ryan did a phenomenal job stepping in and handling a lot. It'll be good to have a week's worth of work with him coming up to build that rapport further. But Storm and him both, I think, stepped up in a major way.
Darnell, second row here. Darnell mentioned a lull in the second and third quarter. What
Yeah.
what was the disconnect there from your vantage point?
I don't have a great answer for you. I think each play kind of is its own entity, but I'd agree with him that we didn't sustain drives enough in the second and third quarter. Certainly the end of both halves was disappointing.
Yeah, Kurt, it seemed like you started out with a good rhythm between London and Mooney earlier in the game. What happened?
I thought we had a good rhythm, the start of the game, a good rhythm, at the end of the game. As we were alluding to, there did seem to be a bit of a lull in the middle of the game. And, for any number of reasons, kind of each play is its own entity.
Yeah. How did the adjustment that the Chiefs were able to make in terms of slowing down the run game affect your overall offensive game plan?
Yeah, they did a good job, trying to contain the run game for the most part. It kind of leaves you in some longer yardage situations at times, but we still want to establish the run game, commit to it, not abandon it. And I thought Zach did a good job of still, getting opportunities for us to run the football.
Okay. And last question, you had a couple of key turnovers there. Can you talk a little bit about what went into those?
Yeah, just my arm got hit on the interception. Was just kind of working the corner out to Kyle and was trying to get the ball out to him. And once your arm gets hit, the ball goes up, and you're kind of powerless at that point to control where it lands. But it's tough play.
Kurt, you feel like you were going to get a flag in the back of the end zone there to Kyle?
I didn't have a good viewpoint on it. It was tough. I was anticipating working Mooney, and when the safety then was there, came back to Kyle, but I felt like I was a little late to get to him and was running out of real estate. And in hindsight, if I could have to play over again, I either would have gotten to Kyle earlier, or if I were to get to him as late as I did, to put the ball up higher and to not even really put it in the ref's hands at that point. That's kind of where I, would correct my own play there.
Not necessarily specifically that play, but as a quarterback, are there times when you think, I might get a PI here. If I'll either get a completion or maybe I'll get a PI because of the way this play looks in my
I think it's more that you want to give a guy an opportunity and throw with some anticipation and give him a chance. And then from there, you never know. So there were a couple tonight that we got. There were a couple that I feel, I would like to have back as far as trying to put the ball. I was kind of fading away on a couple of them. If there's a free runner trying to anticipate where to put the ball, and if I could do it over again, knowing what I know now, probably would have tried to place it in a slightly different spot to either get the PI or get a completion.
Kirk, with 3 games under your belt now, how do you evaluate this offense? Do you feel like you guys are building the right blocks? Do you feel like you're on the cusp of really breaking through offensively?
I think we have a lot of the pieces we need to be successful. I think we have to get better. I think we've left a lot of opportunities out on the field so far, but I think most offenses would say that around this league right now. I look forward to the challenge, starting right away this week, of just trying to be a better offense as we move forward, because I do think that we can be. Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, so that's Kirk Cousins. We'll sit here and wait for Raheem Morris to come up and speak. But yeah, man, some people will say it's early, and all that other stuff. And listen, I'm not gonna go to sleep stressing out about this game. This is the defending champs we played. This is the defending champs. And say what you want to say about them. They're undefeated right now. Oh, he already spoke? Okay, let me see if I can pull that up. Oh, they snuck his ass in there. Hold on. Yeah, they if he already spoke, they snuck Raheem Morris's ass in there quick. Give me a second, fam. somebody streamed it. You gotta be kidding me. I might do that. I might do that later on in the week, because yeah, to me, Raheem got some. He got some explaining to do. But again, I think everybody in the world saw that PI. This is the issue I have with refs. Now, were the refs responsible for our offense sputtering? No. But you got to make calls like that, man. And let me see if I can pull this. Let me see if I can pull this shit up. All right. So shout out to Jackson Kruger Sports, because I'm damn sure about to pull from his, because I don't feel like looking for the whole highlighted thing. So, and I just want to show one particular fucking thing. Look at where the ref is, dog. Look at where the ref is. The ref is right there. He's right there. He's right there. It's not like he's up here. It's not like he's down here. He's right here. Like, my guy, he's beat right there. So, okay, I understand that. He's beat right there. But the man never turns his head. Let me see. He never turns his head, doesn't do none of that shit. And the ref's right there, bro. You know what? This is gonna piss me off if I keep watching it. This is why I don't respect the refs. And I know, people say, well, sometimes, man, that's the human element of it. What was the spread on this game? Like 3 points? They were like, what, 3.5? Come on, dog. But I don't think that's the reason why we lost. I think Atlanta has to find a way when they get down there and money time, cash fucking check. A lot of things led to us losing, because we went for it on 4th down right after that instead of taking the points. To me, what's holding this team back is the offense. The only issue I have with the defense is on 3rd downs, teams are converting 3rd downs way too much for my liking. That's it. And the first 3 games that we've played, they Steelers 3-0. Surprisingly. Philly 2-1. Kansas City 3-0. From this point on, I don't want to, fam. I'm going fucking nuclear. If we play on Sunday and we put up less than 20 points, I'm coming on here fucking nuclear. There's no reason for it. And you're going to have some people that are going to sit here and say, hey, listen, this happened last year. Y'all got a brand new face and y'all still smile the same. That's why when I hear these gelling situations, okay, y'all got 4 games. And then the bigger issue, in which I understand why they didn't do this, but an argument could be made for people that have made the argument. Why didn't they fucking start in the preseason? If you're going to talk about gelling, okay, that gives credence to people that say, y'all should have played the preseason then. But again, it's not time to hit the panic button anytime soon. We still got a lot of football left to play. Our next 3 games are divisional games, so we can go 3-0 in there and just be sitting there chilling. Didn't really change from last week particularly, other than Carolina getting the win because both Tampa and the Saints lost. So, and I think the Saints lost. Saints lost to the Eagles. The Bucks lost to Denver. But yeah, man, again, it's got to be more than 20 next week. That's all I'm saying. It better not be 10. It better not be 10, bro. Because I ain't gonna start calling for it. Other people gonna start calling for Zach Robinson's job. I don't think nobody's calling for Michael Penix right now. Because again, Kirk Cousins didn't look bad. And when you look at all these games, we could have won Pittsburgh. We could have won this game. This is why I don't fucking like close games. I like games like Baltimore had, where they was chilling at the house. The other team had to make a run just to get back into position. And it's like, no matter how many games we play, no matter how many regime changes, since 2016, this seems to be the norm. We're always in close games. Now, this year, you might give it a pass for 2 of these games because of the Eagles. Eagles are a good team. They just have a stupid coach. Kansas City, they're the champs. They're pretty much the poster child of the NFL right now. Okay. Y'all better start running through some of these teams. That's all I'm saying. Offense, wake the fuck up. But I personally believe Zach need to come down from the booth. Because some of these play calls, I'm like, bro, they're this. Jesus, I'm done. Willie says that no call kept crucial points off the board nonetheless. Yeah, it did. Definitely did. Ahmad, what's going on? He says, I've been saying this since the season started. The time to gel was preseason. 2 drives wouldn't have hurt. I miss the days when it used to be a quarterback played. LOL. Valid point. Greg, what's going on with the 5 yards, fam? What's happening? He says the no taking points on 4th down didn't help, but that blind ass ref not calling the PI kind of helped us lose the game. He was riding Pitts, man. Yeah, that's what they'll be talking about to a certain extent tomorrow on, these shows and shit. But yeah, was there for the taking. This would have been if we would have pulled this off, this definitely would have been a momentum game. And there are no moral victories in losing. At least that's what champs say. There are no moral victories. But this is one of those games where the other team can look at them and be like, man, y'all had us. Y'all had us. We still 3-0 though, but y'all, you know what? Y'all had us. But moving on, man, I'm moving past this game. Again, this is one of these games I'm not going to be upset about for the next week or whatever. It's just offense needs to tighten the fuck up. Hate week officially starts now. So we're playing the Saints. Y'all know how much I hate the Saints. Y'all know how much I hate them. And I think it's here, ain't it? Yeah, I think they're playing here. And they did not look good at all today. I mean, at all. They scored a late touchdown. I think that was Chris Olave who scored that late touchdown where they drove down the field. They looked pretty decent on that drive, but they look like ass. Santa Claus says, if you thought the Falcons disappointed tonight, just till UGA Saturday. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all know I don't follow college football like that. Too tough. Especially now. I think the only college. Oh, they're playing Alabama. If they're ranked 2, who the fuck's ranked number 1? Okay. So they're ranked 2 and Bama's ranked 4. All right, well, we'll see what happens there. I think the only game I watched was the Colorado game. Berto, what's happening? He says, we lost to a Hall of Fame coach, Hall of Fame DC. I'm not tripping. Championships are not won in September. Rise up. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just one of those games, man, where you like it. Goddamn, you could have had it. But okay, so let's talk some optimism here. The optimism is it's still early, right? The optimism is also it took Kirk Cousins a couple of games last year to get hot. And then had it not been for the injury, this boy's probably definitely in the MVP conversation. I'd like to win a couple of these games in the midst of them gelling. And then also, all these games have been close. You haven't been blown out like Dallas last week. Dallas's defense has been giving up the cheeks like they came from a Diddy party. I watched that game today. Listen, shout out to Derrick Henry. Your boy got me a 27 piece in fantasy. Your boy got me a 27 piece. And Saquon, shout out to you too. Got me a 33 piece. Our defense hasn't looked like Dallas's defense. But I'd like to beat the Saints, and I'd like to beat them thoroughly. But I always want to beat the Saints thoroughly. So you look at that situation, you win against New Orleans, I think you'll be tied with them at that point. You'll be 2-2 with one game in the can in the NFC South. Then you move on to Tampa. Then you move on to Carolina. None of these games are no longer gimme games because I thought this offense was already going to be clicking. Now we're hearing they got a gel. Okay, we got you. Berto says he ripped off 5 straight victories, fam. I trust Kirk. Yeah, he's looking better every week. Now, the pick that he had was reminiscent of the pick that he had in week 1 in the fourth quarter that ended it. His arm got clipped at the very end, and he threw a duck. But again, to me, he doesn't have a lot of opportunities to get this thing rolling. You know, and then when you look at Minnesota, I think Minnesota's still undefeated right now with Sam fucking Darnold. You look at the play calling over there. A lot of this is play calling. A lot of it is play calling. So we got to get right, man. But I certainly feel, and this is just my honest opinion, I could be wrong. I think Zach Robinson needs to be on the field calling these plays. That's just what I believe. So he's able to gather intel while the players are coming off the field. He's able to see what they're seeing. Greg with the 2 yards, he says the Aints look like trash today and the Sucks lost. Yeah. And the Saints were on pace they were on pace. I think they had scored like 96 points. And now listen, no hate. First 2 games, they looked like world beaters. But that first game was what, Carolina with Bryce Young? And that second game, we already see what Dallas giving up. They're giving up draws on defense now. When they ran into the Eagles, they could not stop Carter. Batted balls. You know, Kamara was up and down. Well, we'll see what happens, because y'all know I'm talking cash shit all week. Avery, let me get this one. I'm going to get up out of here, fam. Avery said, Country Boy says, Avery Williams needs to go. No Kadero Hodge sighting anywhere, and no Jace either. I told y'all about Kadero Hodge, fam. I told y'all. This boy is the ghost of the Atlanta Falcons now. Even in my breakdown of the wide receivers, I was critical of him. There's no reason he should. Listen, I'm just going to keep it a buck. There's no reason he should be on the roster. And I like Ray back there collecting the kickoffs. Avery Williams, listen, y'all remember when we had Eric Weems. If y'all have known me long enough and y'all followed me long enough, y'all should know what I used to say about Eric Weems. When the kickoff was happening and Eric Weems caught the ball, bathroom break. Your boy ain't doing nothing with the pill. If a team scored on us, I knew I had an extra 2 minutes to do whatever I needed to do, because Eric Weems wasn't going to do shit with that ball. Nothing. Called him bathroom break. But yeah, Kadero Hodge, he's hogging up the space on the roster. Vlad says, might as well call up Julio if Hodge is not available. LOL. Hey, listen, I want to see a little bit of Casey Washington. Kadero ain't doing nothing. Imagine this dude trying to pull chicks off the rep that he played football. He had a bar rapping to a chick. So what do? Oh yeah, baby, I play for the Atlanta Falcons. You do? Because I mean, I follow football. What team you play for? You play for the Falcons? Yeah, I play for the Falcons, baby. What position you play? I do it all. I do wide receiver, special teams. I do it all. How many yards you got this season? Yeah, so, just a lot of things going on. They trying to work me in the mix. And she just grab her a drink and walk off. That man can't pull no trim off of being on a roster. That man don't do nothing. How long you been playing? Oh, shit, man. I've been playing 7-8 years. And she don't know who you are. Now, this is no knock on NFL players. No knock. This just shows me you need to be on the practice squad, not on the roster. But maybe that's just me. Maybe some people think I'm hating. Hey, whatever. I just don't really like clean jerseys. Y'all know I used to clown Matt Schaub for years. Matt Schaub was stealing paychecks, kidnapping paychecks when he was here. That man had the easiest job on planet Earth. And then got the nerve to retire. Retire? You ain't did nothing. But anyway, fam, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Listen, I'm moving the pre-cook to Wednesday, man. I just get way too busy on Fridays, man. By the time I get to the house, I'm exhausted. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to kick up and relax. So I'm gonna move that up to Wednesdays, starting this Wednesday. But yeah, man, shout out to Kansas City. You know, they beat us. They beat us. He beats me. Pay that man his money. So, and again, man, we look competitive. We could have looked a lot better, but we didn't, unfortunately. So it is what it is, man. But anyway, your boy is about to get up out of here. Have yourselves, man, a great start to your week tomorrow, man. Mondays are always the hardest to get over. I don't know why Mondays are like that, but and I will holler at you guys Wednesday, man, and we'll start Hate Week. Hate Week is officially started, but you know, we gonna get busy on Wednesday. So with that being said and done, your boy is up out of here, man.